Hi, my name is Murray Feist, Provincial Livestock Specialist with Saskatchewan Agriculture. In today's video, we're going to learn about options for marketing and selling bison in Saskatchewan, nationally and internationally. Also, we'll hear from some producers who are currently selling bison products in Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan has 3 regulatory approaches to slaughter plants: plants regulated and inspected by the federal government, plants regulated and inspected by the Provincial Ministry of Agriculture, and plants regulated, inspected, and licensed by the Saskatchewan Health Authority. The food safety regulations under the Public Health Act 1994 apply to health licensed slaughter plants and meat processors. If someone wanted to get into selling their bison meat in the province, they should find a health, domestic, or federal slaughter plant to slaughter the animals. These facilities often provide processing services as well, or the producer may explore having the meat further processed after slaughter at a separate meat processing facility. The meat must be handled and stored in a manner that does not potentially contaminate the food or make it unfit for human consumption. Meat sold or offered for sale to the public must be slaughtered at a regulated facility, after which the marketing and sales of the meat to reach customers may come through many channels. Additionally, health licensed slaughter plant inspections are disclosed to the public, and the inspection reports are available on the Government of Saskatchewan public disclosure website.
The Ministry of Agriculture offers a domestic meat inspection program, which is a voluntary initiative for Saskatchewan slaughter and meat processing plants. This program empowers these facilities to improve animal welfare, enhance food safety practices, and ensure their meat is free from drugs and diseases. To conduct the meat inspection activities, the Ministry contracts the Saskatchewan Food Industry Development Centre, Food Inspection Services, whose meat inspectors undergo a comprehensive training in various aspects of meat inspection and are present every time that slaughter takes place. The inspectors and business owners also participate in a federal disease surveillance program, contributing to Canada's ability to identify and address emerging animal disease issues. This supports access to more markets for the Canadian livestock and poultry industry. Plants licensed under the Domestic Meat Inspection Program, a reliable source of inspected, locally produced and processed meat for Saskatchewan. You can easily identify products from these facilities by looking for their license number, and it can either be a Sask 00 or Sask 00, they're double digit, or this symbol here on their packages. For a comprehensive list of the businesses licensed under the Domestic Meat Inspection Program, please visit the Ministry of Agriculture's website. In the search box, type in Domestic Meat Inspection Program, and it'll be the first thing that pops up.
So we had a lot of needs that we wanted to encompass with the building that we put up. We needed a lot of space just for packing orders, sorting things. We were operating out of a small little shed before, and we had just way outgrown that. So we now have a new storefront, we have a walk-in freezer, we have farm shop space, but most excitingly, we have a fully health certified slaughter room and cooler that we can hang full carcasses in. And so we've been able to fit all that under one roof now to kind of check all the boxes for the needs that we had. So everything from clean water supplies to washable equipment, washable floors, walls, our septic system. So everything that went into designing our building and what we were wanting to do, we were able to take those things into consideration from day one. So as the process was finished with the building, it was just a matter of the health inspector coming out a few times to make sure we followed all the proper steps. And so it's been really good.
So it's important for us to keep track of all the animals that come through the facility. Everything has to have a radio tag that gets harvested in our facility. And then we document that and submit it for just tracking purposes and to be able to come back and talk about it if there's any issues there. We find the most important thing is to have everything done by the book. And so there's no issues. Your liability isn't as great. We've chose to do everything in facilities that are provincially certified. And so that just to us, that makes sure that the meat quality is there, the cuts are there, and of course the health to the consumer, any of those issues are already taken care of. So you don't need to have all these big fancy facilities if you're working with other industries that have these things already in place. Start there. It's really easy to get going, get your feet wet without a huge commitment. And then whether you're having them come to pick up or doing the deliveries yourself, you can work within what is available to you.
People in the province are looking for clean alternative sources of meat, and bison meat has not been readily available within the province. And so we thought, why don't we try and make it more accessible for people, the average consumer across the province. And so, yeah, we just tested the waters, and it's grown more and more every year. And it's been a lot of fun.
All bison leaving farms must be tagged with an approved RFID tag under national traceability regulations. If you are interested in selling meat products in another province or exported outside of Canada, they must be from a facility with a Safe Food for Canadian Regulations license with inspection oversight from the Canadian Food Inspection Agency.